Okay, it is 9:46 a.m. and I've been looking around. There have been no setups that I would be interested in trading, and that's kind of rare, honestly, to just find not a single setup. But I was looking at IGEX for a morning panic bounce play. I did like how it had a drop from the 88s here as low as the 73 level. It wasn't really able to do very much because there was a big seller at the ask with like 2 million shares, but that person disappeared. And normally, when something like that happens, the big seller at the ask either shows up at a lower price or sometimes it will just hide its size and now it just becomes a big wall of sellers that you're not able to really understand. But I think in this case, maybe that big seller is here at 77. I was watching it, seeing if maybe it could break 77. But when you look at a daily chart, and even this chart right here, it kind of looks like a head and shoulders, shoulder, head, and then the shoulder. So this thing might actually try to break the day low and downtrend some more. HIPH downtrended. It doesn't have any significant volume. I would have liked it if it were to have uptrended instead of downtrended because I would like an OTC to be up at least 3 days in a row to consider for a morning panic bounce play. This one doesn't have the volume and also kind of sketchy the way it trades. It had like a big wick right there. Nothing with ENZC, just had a really weird price action. Nothing I would have traded. Nothing I would have traded here. This one's kind of off. Yeah, the OTCs right now just don't look that nice, which is unfortunate. And that's where I am right now. I'll just be looking at IGEX, but I don't see anything that I want to trade at the moment. Okay, it is 10:16. I still don't really see any setups, but I did miss this one with DWAC in theory. This could have been like a bull flag. It had a reversal from the 41s to the 44s, and it started to form what looks like a bull flag. Even if I was there, I don't know if I would have traded it or not because maybe I would have been interested in it dropping towards VWAP. But this looks like a bull flag, and it did make a move here and now. Maybe it looks like it's going to make a head and shoulders. And it's kind of interesting because DWAC is up while Twitter is falling off a cliff. So, it's kind of interesting seeing that correlation because these two, in theory, are like competitors. So maybe there's something up with Twitter and Elon Musk. Maybe the deal isn't going through. Probably will, but who knows? It's just something very interesting to watch. At this point, I want to be interested in DWAC because it looks like a head and shoulders, unless maybe it breaks the top here, but that'd be kind of sketchy because that's like right towards resistance, so maybe not the best, but it's going to be something to watch. And I've been thinking about it. Maybe I can consider ABML for like a swing, so maybe something I can hold for a few days, and I would cut the trade if it were to break 104, and maybe worst case I'm out at $1 and that would be a $15 risk level, but I'm not extremely sure. And I don't think it's possible to have a stop on OTC, but I'll take a look and see if that's a thing, and maybe I'll consider a setup. Okay, it is 11:06 p.m. and I'm here to call it off. Today ended up being a day that I didn't make anything, I didn't lose anything, and I don't want to drag this on and make this long, but I'm not sure if I mentioned it. I did have a verified cancel trade, and this was about it for CYDY. I did have an interest because it could have looked like at the time that it was going to uptrend and maybe even try to be a second green day after having a red day here. And at 9:33, I was interested in this. Let me see if I can maybe zoom in a bit closer. If this thing actually works this time. Okay, it actually worked. Wow, will you look at that. I was interested at CYDY at 9:33, and that was right here at 9:33, and the price was 41. I didn't get filled. It was very quick when it jumped from the breakouts over 41, and it did get as high as 42. It didn't really uptrend much more. As you can see, it kind of lost momentum and then it stopped working afterwards. So I'm not sure what's the thing here with E-Trade. It kind of glitches out. Sometimes it zooms in way too much on accident, but that was the only thing I had in terms of interest. And on top of that, now looking at listed stocks, I did have an interest with DWAC, and it actually continued to uptrend and did do a breakout here, but I wasn't there when that happened. There just wasn't really anything ideal in the OTC land. ABML maybe can try to turn around at some point, but the thing is that it doesn't have to, and that's really about it. I'm gonna call it off right here ideally, or at least hopefully when there are setups in the OTC market, I'll be totally ready. Kind of sucks that this is my week here where I'm trying to actually size up slowly but surely, and there are just no setups because the market really isn't there right now for OTCs. And I hope that when the market is there, I'll be there, and I have to try my best. And that's all I have for today.